Happy Monday. That's right. The weekend's over. Here we are, the work week. Oh, it's starting. What'd you do this weekend? I watched WrestleMania, the greatest sports ball show, lacking the ball, of course. And today we're talking about Berserk, episodes 13 through 18. Don't go anywhere.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
Well, it's Monday. Aren't we all so excited that the weekend's over with, the week has began, and we're all back at work, right? I know I am, right? I gotta tell you, I watched WrestleMania this weekend with Nerdy Wife. I also watched several episodes of Berserk, which we got for Christmas from our good friend Bushido Blues, and we're going to talk about those today. Do you like coffee? I know I don't ever mention it, but there's some links in the description down below. Check it out. All right. In case you've forgotten, because it's taken me a while to get back to Berserk, let's take a look at it. Berserk, a TV series from 97 to 98. TV mature? Yes, it is. 23 minutes per episode approximately, about Guts, a wandering mercenary who joins the band of the Hawk after being defeated in a duel by Griffith, the group's founder and leader. Together they dominate every battle, but something menacing lurks in the shadows, my friends. Oh boy. Created by Kentaro Miura, stars Mark DeRayson, Nobutoshi Kana, and Kerry Karenin. 25 episodes, and we're almost to the end. When we last left our characters, Guts and his group, Casca and him were stranded away from the rest of the group during a battle. So starting with episode 13, they talk a lot and travel, and she's sick, but it's okay. Then they get attacked by 100 men, and Guts makes a path for her to get away and tells her to run because she's no good to him in the shape she's in right now because she's injured in some way. Female problems, evidently. So she takes off and he continues to battle 100 men. But anyway, she gets in trouble and then found by her friends. They find her, they rescue her, and then her and the rest of the group that found her head off to find Guts and help him in this 1 against 100 battle that seems insurmountable odds. So now everybody's back together. Guts actually took out all 100 men, everybody but the leader, who of course scampered away like he has so many times. To be such a strong leader, he sure runs away a lot. Not Guts, but this bad guy. So then Guts, he's heavily injured, and he has a conversation with Casca in episode 14, talking about how the only thing he has to stand for is his sword. That's all he has. Whereas all the other people in their group has something, a goal to strive for. All he knows how to do is use his sword. He doesn't see his path with this mercenary group for much longer. Now, he did promise he would stay to the end of this 100-year war. Obviously, this is a war that's been taking place over 100 years. We're at the end of it. So, Griffith volunteers the Hawks in episode 15 to reclaim the impregnable fortress of Doldrey from a governor named Jenin and the Purple Rhino Knights in his service. Now, this castle is huge. It's one of the biggest ones on the planet, evidently, or in this land, and it's never been captured because it's just impregnable. There's no way in or out of it. But of course, the king tells Griffith, I want you to do it, and Griffith says, gotcha, boss. Now keep in mind, Griffith's whole goal is to become king of his own land at some point. That's what his goal is. And he'll do anything to get it. we're not really sure if he's necessarily the good guy everybody thinks he is. Sometimes that's questionable with his actions, but we'll find out, won't we? That was episode 15. In episode 16, the battle begins over the fortress of Doldrey. Guts has to battle Boscan, the commander of the Empire's forces, and the Purple Rhino Knights. And it is a battle, my friends. Him against this other guy, this guy, it's evenly matched. It's a struggle for Guts. Some side characters that are part of the Hawks try to attack him, the bad guy as well, and they get slaughtered immediately. They just don't have the skill to take this guy on. And in the midst of this battle, Guts' sword breaks. Now, what's he gonna do? Well, a guy up in the shadows, the demon that him and Griffith fought way back in the beginning of this show, is watching off from a distance, like over a canyon, and he takes his sword and throws it 300 miles or whatever it is. It's not really 300. I'm just kidding. He throws it a long distance so that it lands there where Guts is at, so Guts can protect himself because he's about to die. He has no weapon. He's got like a little dagger, and this guy has this massive sword that's coming after him. So anyway, Guts slaughters him with this odd-shaped sword. The Hawks, in episode 17, the Hawks reclaim Doldrey. Alright, they take it over, and thus ending the 100-year war between the Kingdom of Midland and the Tudor Empire. And here we are, episode 18, which is a clincher because the Queen and a bunch of her co-conspirators decides that because the king's about to knight Griffith and his crew and make them like legendary knights, that it's time for Griffith to die. So they set out a plan to poison him. And when all's said and done, they believe they have succeeded. They have killed Griffith in the middle of everybody, in front of everybody, the king, everybody. However, Griffith knew what was going on, so he pretended to die and had Guts go kill all of them. So they kill the Queen, they kill all these co-conspirators, they take out a huge mass of the hoity-toities, including the Queen, and that's where we're at. Friends, this is so crazy. I don't know where this is going, because if you'll remember, back when I started this series starts out that Guts is by himself and comes into a town and kills a demon. And then it backpedals back to the past to show you how he got to where he is now. So all of this is in the past. At the end of this episode, once Guts solves Griffith's problem by killing these people, Guts, he dips. He's like, I'm done with this stuff. I can no longer carry the weight of his goals and his dreams. Talking about Griffith. So Guts is taken off. He's done. He stayed to the end of the war like he said he would. He helped defeat everyone in the war. He helped them win the war. And now he's like, I'm out. I got other things to do. And I don't know what they are, but I'll find out along the way. Casca has run out and started talking to him, trying to get him to stay when the episode ends. So that's all I know, because I have not watched any more episodes. I'm going to do that this afternoon. Or tomorrow. One of the two. I'm going to finish off the series in one setting, and then Wednesday we'll be here talking about it. So I'm excited. I know how it necessarily started, but I want to know where this all ends. I want to know what happens to all of them. And there's just a few episodes left. 19 through 25. So 6 episodes. That's all that's left. And at 23 minutes each, what are we doing? How can you finish the story in that amount of time? Oh my goodness. All right. That's it. We're out of here. Have a great beginning of your week. We'll see you on Hump Day. For Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat nerd. We'll see you then.